Urban heat islands are a silent killer in poor neighborhoods. The scorching summer sun beats down mercilessly on city streets, but not all neighborhoods feel the heat equally. In a shocking disparity that crosses national borders, lower-income areas in the United States, Canada, and beyond are experiencing significantly higher temperatures during heat waves compared to their more affluent counterparts. This temperature gap isn't just uncomfortable, it's deadly. The root of the problem. The primary culprit behind this dangerous temperature difference is a severe lack of green space, solar reflective surfaces, and tree cover in less affluent neighborhoods. In this episode, I reveal how this absence of natural cooling elements is no accident. It's the result of a century or more of racist zoning and lending practices that have systematically deprived these communities of vital environmental resources. Without the shade and evaporative cooling provided by trees or the heat-reflecting properties of certain surfaces, these neighborhoods become urban heat islands, pockets of extreme warmth that can be several degrees hotter than surrounding areas. The consequences are dire: hundreds more deaths and an astounding 30,000 additional doctors' visits in neighborhoods predominantly inhabited by people of color during periods of extreme heat, a solution rooted in nature. The good news is that there's a clear path to addressing this inequity, one that involves working with nature rather than against it. Experts suggest that planting 1.2 billion new trees across affected urban areas could dramatically reduce the heat island effect. This massive tree planting initiative, combined with the implementation of solar reflective surfaces on roofs and roadways, could transform these heat-trapped neighborhoods into cooler, more livable spaces. The benefits extend beyond just temperature reduction. These nature-based cooling strategies could significantly decrease power demand, potentially saving enough energy to power thousands of buildings and homes. This reduction in energy consumption would in turn help combat climate change by lowering greenhouse gas emissions. The role of eco-friendly products. While large-scale urban forestry and infrastructure changes are crucial, there are also smaller-scale solutions that can make a big difference. The use of eco-friendly products, particularly green coatings and casement, can play a vital role in protecting people, buildings, and the planet from excessive heat. The right green coatings, for example, can be applied to roofs and exterior walls to reflect sunlight and reduce heat absorption. These coatings not only keep buildings cooler but also extend their lifespan. With 20-year guaranteed renewable life cycles, they protect them from UV damage and thermal stress. Long-term encasement solutions can also provide an additional layer of weatherproofing to buildings, sealing them tight, keeping interiors cool in summer and warm in winter. This improved efficiency reduces the need for air conditioning and heating, further decreasing energy consumption and associated emissions. The environmental impact. The widespread adoption of these eco-friendly solutions would have far-reaching environmental benefits. By reducing the urban heat island effect, we can: number 1, lower energy consumption and greenhouse gas emissions. Number 2, improve air quality by reducing smog formation, which is exacerbated by high temperatures. Number 3, decrease water consumption for landscape irrigation. Number 4, enhance biodiversity by creating more habitable urban environments for plants and animals. Number 5, improve human health by reducing heat-related illnesses and deaths. Moreover, the implementation of green spaces and reflective surfaces can help mitigate the impacts of climate change on urban areas, making cities more resilient to future temperature increases. A call to action. Addressing the urban heat island effect is not just an environmental issue, it's a matter of social justice. The disproportionate impact of extreme heat on lower-income neighborhoods and communities of color highlights the urgent need for action. City planners, policymakers, and community leaders must prioritize the equitable distribution of green spaces and the implementation of heat-mitigating technologies across all neighborhoods. This includes 1, investing in large-scale tree planting initiatives. 2, updating building codes to require solar reflective roofing materials. 3, retrofitting existing buildings for weatherproofing with the right green coatings. 4, creating more parks and green spaces in underserved areas. 5, educating communities about the importance of urban greenery and how to maintain it. Individuals can also play a role by advocating for these changes in their communities, supporting local tree planting initiatives, and adopting eco-friendly practices in their own buildings, homes, and businesses. To sum it up, the urban heat island effect is a stark reminder of the intersection between environmental issues and social inequality. By addressing this problem through nature-based solutions and eco-friendly technologies, we can create cooler, healthier, and more equitable cities for all residents. It's time to turn down the heat on our most vulnerable communities and build a more sustainable and just urban future. You may like this quote from Peter Wohlleben, German forester and author, but together, many trees create an ecosystem that moderates extremes of heat and cold, stores a great deal of water, and generates a great deal of humidity. And in this protected environment, trees can live to be very old. What are your questions about this episode? We are always here to help and excited to answer them. Thank you for listening, and see you on my next episode.